Hello everyone! Thank you so much for joining me today to hear all about Amtrak Vacations and how you can experience the beauty of North America by rail with us. I want to go ahead and introduce myself as your webinar host and presenter today, Jackie Malecki. And I am excited because at the end of this presentation, I'll be giving away a $100 Amtrak Vacations gift certificate to one lucky attendee. All you have to do to win is just be present at the end of this webinar and I'll announce our winner. But stay tuned because at the end I'll also be announcing some exclusive discounts just for all of you for taking the time and attending today. Now to book any of the rail vacation packages you hear about or any of our trips, you can give us a call at 1-800-AMTRAK2 or call your local travel agent. If you do have any questions throughout this presentation, please feel free to type them into your questions box, and I'll make sure to leave a little bit of time at the end to get to some of those questions. But let's get right to it. So why should you travel with Amtrak Vacations? Well, first of all, it's a bucket list experience to travel by train. You're going to see some beautiful sights in parts of the country you would never experience by flying or driving. There's room to roam. You're not stuck in your seat like you are in a car or on an airplane. You can get up, walk around, stretch your legs, maybe go to the observation car to take in the beautiful views there, go to the dining car to grab a bite to eat. It's less hassle when you travel with us because we make sure to take care of everything for you. We're booking not just your train, but also your hotel accommodations in the different cities or destinations that you're going to, as well as the sightseeing and activities that you're going to want to do in those different destinations. The train offers city-to-city service. What I mean by this is the train will pick you up in the heart of one city and bring you right to the next, right to downtown, city center. No easier way to get from place to place. You can satisfy your hunger while you're on board the train. On all the long-distance trains, there's a dining car with a chef that's preparing the meals there. There's also a snack car on all the trains if you just want to grab a quick bite or drink while you're on board. And we have lots of flexibility with our packages. We have daily departures for most of them. We can also customize any of our trips to make the perfect vacation package for you, whether it's fitting the number of days that you have for your vacation or a certain budget that you're trying to stay under. Now, I always love showing this map of the Amtrak route system because a lot of people don't realize the extent that Amtrak travels to. It goes to 46 of the 48 continuous states. The only two it does not go to are South Dakota and Wyoming. But tons of possibilities and options for your next vacation that you have. Now we do have a few different types of products, so I do just want to mention and kind of go through the different product types before I show you some examples of these. We have our independent rail journeys. Those are our multi-city trips. We add the Amtrak from city to city. Of course, we do include your hotels and sightseeing tours in the different destinations that you're going to. We have our family adventures, great for multi-generational travelers, lots of family-friendly activities, and amazing pricing for children. We have our rail experiences. Those are our cross-country packages and journeys that really focus more time on the train and less on the destinations themselves. We have our rail and sail program. So you don't just have to fly to your departure or port city of your cruise. Why not take a nice scenic train ride over to Seattle before doing an Alaska cruise? We can take care of all that for you. We have our rail getaways, single city trips. We have the Amtrak train from your hometown or local Amtrak station. We have our packages going out to our beautiful national park. Now one thing I want you to keep in mind while I go through some of these packages is how you get to the start and home at the end. We can actually add the train on from your hometown or your local Amtrak station to bring you to the starting point. You can take the package and train city to city, and then we'll add the train on taking you back home. But you also have the option to fly to the start, train city to city, and then fly back home. So it all depends on where you live and which package you're looking at and where you're looking to go on your vacation. So with that, let's get right into some of our most popular Amtrak Vacations packages. We have our Northern Rail experience. Now I'll take a quick second to explain the map here because you're going to see it throughout today's presentation. You'll also see it on our brochure, on our website too. This package here, it starts in Chicago. From Chicago, you'd hop right on the train for that 2-night journey over to Seattle. You'll have 1-night hotel accommodations there in Seattle. You do some sightseeing and exploring before taking the overnight train to San Francisco for 2 nights and then heading back to Chicago. So whenever you see that red arrow with the number in it, that's how many nights you'll be spending on the train. So you are sleeping on the train. And a little bit later in this presentation, I'll talk about the different accommodations on board. There's coach, but you can also upgrade to one of the sleepers, like the roomette or the bedroom, to have your own private cabin right on board the train. So let's go into a little bit more detail. So again, you'll start from Chicago. We can either the train from your local Amtrak station bringing you to Chicago. You also have the option to fly in. But regardless of how you get to Chicago, you're going to hop on the Empire Builder, one of the most majestic routes, and you're going to travel through the forests in Minnesota, then into the plains of North Dakota and Big Sky Country in Montana. You'll travel through Glacier National Park, then continue on through the Cascade Mountain ranges and on to Seattle. In Seattle, you're going to have a hop-on, hop-off sightseeing tour. That's going to take you all around the city. So it'll take you to all the top sites like Pike Place Market, the waterfront. You can hop off at Seattle Space Needle, maybe go up to the top for great views of the city there. And then from Seattle, you're going to continue down to San Francisco. On that train route, you'll actually pass by Mount Shasta in the distance. So you'll travel through the Cascades and lush forests. Some great places to hang out on the train, like the observation car you see pictured here. It's open to everyone, whether you're doing coach or one of the sleeping accommodations. And while you're on the train during meal times, you can actually go to the dining car and have your meals on board there. Absolutely delicious food that's included on the train too. In San Francisco, you'll have your hop-on, hop-off sightseeing tour to take you all around. So you can explore downtown. You can go see the Golden Gate Bridge, explore Golden Gate Park. You can hop off that trolley tour at Fisherman's Wharf, and there you can jump on your bay cruise, which will take you all around the bay, around Alcatraz there, even go right under the Golden Gate Bridge. So absolutely amazing views from there too, especially looking back on the city. Also included is a tour of Muir Woods. You can see the towering redwoods there, do some hiking and exploring around. Then you'll also go to Sausalito, which is a charming coastal town, has some quaint shops there, some great little restaurants to check out too. Then you're going to take the California Zephyr. You'll travel through the snow-capped Sierra Nevadas, wind around the Rocky Mountains, and then travel through the plains back to Chicago. And that's our 9-day Northern Rail experience, starting in Chicago, taking the train over to Seattle, San Francisco, and then ending in Chicago. Again, we include not just the train, but also your hotel accommodations and all the cities that you're going to, as well as some sightseeing tours and attractions while you're in your different destinations. We have the Pacific Rail experience, which does the southern route there. So if you are flying in or training into Chicago, maybe you want to add a hotel night there, no worries. We can certainly take care of that and add that on for you. That's the great thing about our packages, is that everything can be customized. Or maybe you live in Southern California, you're in San Diego area, so you actually want to start the package from Los Angeles and do it round trip from there. No worries. We can certainly make those adjustments and take care of that for you. But if you are starting in Chicago, you're going to take the Southwest Chief over to Los Angeles. On the train, you'll have some time to just sit back, relax, take in those great views there. You can play some games with your fellow travelers that you're with, whether it's a spouse, family, or friends. Hang out in the lounge car and really just enjoy some quality time with each other on board the train. In Los Angeles, you'll have that hop-on, hop-off sightseeing tour to take you all around the city. So that's also going to act like your transportation while you're there. So you don't really have to worry about taking, taxis, dealing with public transportation. That trolley tour will take you to all the sites that you're going to want to go to, including Rodeo Drive, Paramount Studios, Hollywood Sign. You can go down to the beaches. It'll take you to Santa Monica and Venice Beach, where you can also check out the famous piers there. You'll definitely have to do it one night during sunset and watch that absolutely beautiful sunset right over the Pacific Ocean. From LA, you're going to head north on the Coast Starlight along the Pacific Ocean, and you're going to travel along the cliffs there by Santa Barbara, going north of it. I mean, that train is literally hugging the coastline, winding around the cliffs, some of the mountains there. But then it's going to head inland through the rolling hills and the Central Coast as you make your way to San Francisco. You'll be able to tour San Francisco at your leisure with your included sightseeing tour there. So you can check out Golden Gate Park and the Japanese Tea Garden. You can go to Old Mission Dolores and relax in Dolores Park. You can go to Pier 39, have some delicious seafood there right on the bay. You'll also have that guided tour of Muir Woods and Sausalito. So that's actually going to take you right across the Golden Gate Bridge there. Then you'll take the California Zephyr heading back to Chicago. Now, if you do upgrade to one of the sleeping accommodations, whether it's the Roomette or the bedroom, all your meals are actually included on board the train in the dining car. And that there is our Pacific Rail experience, starting in Chicago, taking the train out to Los Angeles, north to San Francisco, and then heading back to Chicago. Again, we can certainly do it from any starting point, any of the 500 Amtrak stations. So all you have to do is let us or your travel agent know where your closest station is or where you would like to start from. Now, a package that I'm really excited to tell you all about and is new for 2017 is our Grand National Parks. We actually have several variations of this package, but what I want to highlight today is our Grand National Park featuring Grand Canyon, Yosemite, and Glacier National Park. So let's look into this package in a little bit more detail. So you'll start out in Chicago, then you're going to travel through the Southwest on the Southwest Chief there. You're going to pass through some canyons that aren't much wider than the train itself. You'll also see some vibrant colors from the desert there, the red rocks passed by, some cacti there. You're going to get off the train in Williams, Arizona. Williams is an old Route 66 town. It's known as the gateway to the Grand Canyon. You're going to arrive there at night. You'll spend the night at the Grand Canyon Railway Hotel. The next morning, you'll wake up. You'll have breakfast at the hotel. Then you can go outside, watch the Wild West shootout show that's put on before boarding the Grand Canyon Railway, which is actually going to take you right up to the south rim of the canyon. When you get there, you're going to be taken on a tour of the South Rim, and it'll take you to all the best scenic overlooks of the canyon. The rest of the afternoon and night is all at your leisure there. The next morning, if you want, you can wake up early, watch the beautiful sunrise over the canyon, maybe do a little bit of hiking and exploring. And that afternoon, you'll take the Grand Canyon Railway back down to Williams. You'll have some free time to explore downtown. There's some shops, some breweries there. And then at night, you're going to take Amtrak, the Southwest Chief, heading over to Los Angeles. In Los Angeles in the morning, you're going to change trains, take the beautiful Coast Starlight up to San Francisco. In San Francisco, you can do your city sightseeing with that hop-on, hop-off trolley tour. And then the next day, you'll be picked up in the morning. You'll leave early and go through San Francisco's Central Valley or I should say California's Central Valley there, and the agricultural heartland as you head over to Yosemite. That tour that you have, it's going to take you all around Yosemite. So you'll see some of the top sites like the Half Dome, Tunnel View, El Capitan, and so much more. You'll also have some free time to do some exploring around the valley floor. There's a free shuttle that runs along there too if there's a certain site or area you want to go back to maybe take some pictures, or maybe you want to take the shuttle over to the Yosemite Falls, do some hiking around there. completely up to you. Then you'll be taken back to your hotel in San Francisco at night. The next day, you'll take the train and head north through the rolling hills and the pine forest up to Seattle. You'll be able to explore the city at your leisure. You'll definitely have to go to the Space Needle because you will have admission included to take you right up to the top there for amazing views of Mount Rainier at the distance, the bay, and just looking down at the city. Then you'll take the Empire Builder train for that overnight journey, bringing you to Glacier National Park. Now, there is no easier way to get to Glacier than by Amtrak. And I say this because it's a national park in northern Montana in a remote location. It's a far drive for people to get to. There's no major airports there. But when you take the train, you'll step off the train, and it's 208 steps to the front lobby of the Glacier Park Lodge where you will be staying. So the train literally takes you right there. And while you're in the park, we have that Big Sky Circle tour included for you, and that's the most inclusive tour of the park. It'll take you out to Lake McDonald, the largest lake there, Goat Lick to see some wildlife viewing. You'll travel on the famous Going to the Sun Road. You're also going to have a boat cruise included on Two Medicine Valley. It's like a hidden gem in Glacier National Park. Then you'll take the train heading back to Chicago. And that's our Grand National Park trip featuring Grand Canyon, Yosemite, and Glacier. As I mentioned, we do have a few other variations. So we do have one doing the Grand Canyon, Yosemite, and Yellowstone, as well as a version doing Yellowstone, Yosemite, and Glacier National Park. Now, for anyone that's looking for a full cross-country rail trip, then here is the perfect one for you, our Grand Rail Experience. Now, this package here, you can see, starts in Chicago, and you might be wondering, hey, a lot of these packages start in Chicago, and that's because it's the main hub for all the Amtrak long-distance trains. But again, I want to remind you, you can start this package from any of the 500 Amtrak stations. Maybe you live in Seattle and you want to start from there instead. No problem. We can take out those hotel nights and do the hotel nights in Chicago instead. Or maybe you live along one of the routes. You live in Portland. No problem. We can make the package round trip from Portland there. Again, just let us know where you're looking to start from, and we'll go ahead and adjust the package to make the perfect one for you. But if you are starting from Chicago here, you're going to take the train, the Empire Builder, over to Seattle. When you're on the train and traveling on Amtrak, you're going to places that no cars can go. You're seeing some beautiful sights and landscapes you would never experience if you're just flying to your destination. I mean, check out this picture here. Absolutely incredible views. The train's just winding around the mountains there, traveling through the Cascades, making its way over to Seattle. In Seattle, you have that hop-on, hop-off sightseeing tour, so you really get to explore the city at your own pace while you're there. Then you're going to head down south to Los Angeles. Again, you have a great city tour that'll take you all around. You can hop off that tour at Rodeo Drive and do some shopping while you're there. Maybe you'll even see a movie star. You can also take it to Hollywood Boulevard, so you can see the Walk of Fame. You can check out the Chinese theater and all the hand and shoe prints of some of your favorite stars. Then you're going to travel along the Sunset Limited, which travels along the southern United States as you make your way over to New Orleans. You can definitely hang out in the cafe lounge car there. I definitely recommend bringing some games, maybe a deck of cards while you're on board to hang out with your fellow travelers and your spouse, friends, family. Again, it's really about that quality time that you're spending with them. We all know every time someone gets on an airplane, as soon as you sit down, the first thing you do is put on, your headphones. People are listening to their music on their iPads, computer. No one's really talking to each other, socializing. It's very different on the train. Everyone that's on the train wants to be on the train. They're excited for their journey and their adventure that awaits them. Very different, very exciting experience. In New Orleans, you're going to have a guided city tour. So you'll be able to explore the Big Easy, and it'll take you to the French Quarter, along the bayous, into historic Jackson Square, which is pictured here. Then you're going to travel along the Crescent train to our nation's capital, to Washington, D.C. You can explore the city at your own pace during the day. Definitely check out some of the museums, the Smithsonian's there. And a great highlight of this package is the Monuments by Moonlight tour in Washington, D.C. It's great seeing all the monuments during the day, but it's even more incredible being able to see them at night when they're all lit up and the moonlight is just shining down on them. So you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, Capitol Building, Washington Monument, and so much more during that tour. And then you're going to travel on the Capitol Limited, taking you back to Chicago. But of course, we can book a different train route if that's what you need to take you back home to your local Amtrak station. And that there is our Grand Rail Experience package, 14-day cross-country adventure. Now, another cross-country option, if you're maybe looking to do just one way, is our Great American Majestic Landscapes. This package starts in New York City and heads over to Chicago, Denver, ending in San Francisco. We also can do this in reverse for you too. Maybe for this one here, you live in, let's say, the East Coast, you're in Boston, D.C. area, you want to train to New York City, do this package, and then fly home from San Francisco. That's certainly an option, or vice versa if you're living on the West Coast. But here you're going to start in New York City, the city that never sleeps, and you have that hop-on, hop-off sightseeing tour. And you'll see we use those tours a lot. It's because it really is the best way to experience a city, because it'll take you all around, acting as your transportation, takes you to all the best sites and attractions that a city has to offer. You don't have to worry about trying to figure out the subway, how to get around, or pay for additional taxis. Again, it'll take you to Times Square. You can hop off the tour bus there, do some exploring, and hop on the next one that's coming by. Maybe it'll go to Rockefeller Plaza. Maybe you don't want to get off there. You just want to see it. You want to continue on because you want to go to Central Park and walk around. The great thing is the tour is completely up to you, and you can certainly do that. Then you're going to take the train from New York City. You're actually going to leave right out of Penn Station. So right in downtown Manhattan, just a few blocks from Times Square. And it's going to take you right to Chicago, right to downtown and Union Station. It is city center to city center. It's not like flying in where you're at the airports on the outskirts of the city. It can take you, 45 minutes, an hour or more during rush hour just to get to your hotel. All of our hotels are also city center, right in downtown, usually no more than a few miles from the train stations there. In some cases, they're actually right across the street for convenience there. While you're in Chicago, again, you have that sightseeing tour to take you all around, so you can explore the city. You can visit Navy Pier, go to Grant Park, check out the famous Buckingham Fountain, which is pictured here. You can hop off the tour at the Willis Tower, because with your city pass, that gives you admission to all the top attractions in the city, including the Sky Deck Chicago, which is the observation deck at the top of the Willis Tower. Absolutely incredible views looking down on Chicago. You'll see Navy Pier from there. On a clear day, you can see up to 4 different states. Amazing views of Lake Michigan from there, too. From Chicago, you're going to travel along the California Zephyr route through the Midwest Plains, and then you're going to travel through the Rockies, winding around the mountains, ascending up to Mile High City. You're going to have a guided tour in Denver to take you to all those top sites and attractions. Then you're going to continue on your cross-country journey over to San Francisco, where you can explore the city by the bay. The next day, you're going to have a tour taking you to the country's 2 most famous wine regions, Napa and Sonoma Valley. You'll also stop at a few different wineries to do some wine tasting while you're there. And that's our Great American Majestic Landscapes, 12 days from New York City to Chicago, Denver, and San Francisco, touring Napa Valley. Now the last package that I want to talk about today is our Ultimate Canada and Rockies Eastbound trip. We do have a few different variations of cross-Canada packages, but this one here is the most popular. It begins in Vancouver, and Amtrak does cross the border into Vancouver. So we can add the train from your local Amtrak station, taking you right to Vancouver. You'll take the train to Jasper, tour down to Banff, continue cross-country to Toronto, and Amtrak does go to Toronto too. So we can take you back home from there. So let's look at this package in a little bit more detail. So you'll start in Vancouver with a city tour. So you can check out Stanley Park, Chinatown, and so much more. You'll also have admission to the Capilano Suspension Bridge Park. And the bridges cross over the towering evergreens there that are about 100 feet above the forest floor. So it's nice. There's transportation right from downtown Vancouver. They'll take you out of the city a little bit so you can explore the great park here. Then the real highlight of this trip will begin, and that's the start to your cross-Canada journey. You're going to take Via Rail over to Jasper, traveling through the Canadian Rockies. You'll pass by Mount Robson, the tallest peak there. You'll get off the train in Jasper, and you'll have a tour of Jasper National Park, which is the largest park in the Canadian Rockies. Then you're going to travel down the Icefields Parkway as you make your way down to Banff. But you're going to make a stop on that tour, and you're going to board this specially designed Ice Explorer vehicle, and it's actually going to take you onto a glacier. You'll go right onto Athabasca Glacier. You'll also have admission to the Glacier Skywalk, and that it jets out over the Sinwapta Valley, and it has a glass floor, glass walls there, and just has absolutely amazing views of the glaciers, the mountains. You can even see a few waterfalls from there. Then your tour is going to end in Banff. Banff is one of the most scenic towns in the Rockies. Then you'll have a transfer taking you back up to Jasper. And the next day, you're going to board Via Rail on the Canadian for your cross-Canada adventure. Then you'll get off the train in Toronto. Again, you'll have a hop-on, hop-off sightseeing tour to take you all around. You'll have admission to take you to the top of the CN Tower. You can see it pictured here just towering over the city. All the other buildings, you can only imagine what those views are like. You'll definitely have to check it out. And also included is a day trip going out to Niagara Falls. While you're there in Niagara Falls, you also have a boat cruise included that'll take you real close to the Horseshoe Falls there. You'll even be able to feel the mist on you. Don't worry, they do give you ponchos, so you can certainly stay dry on your trip there. And that's our Ultimate Canada and Rockies Eastbound 14-day bucket list cross-Canada vacation. From Vancouver, going over to Jasper, Banff, continuing on to Toronto with a tour out to Niagara Falls. Now that was just a sample today of some of the different packages that we have. I featured more of our long distance, cross-country, across the U.S., cross-Canada packages there. We have even more available online you can definitely check out. But I know I've talked a lot about Amtrak, the different accommodations on board, so I do want to take a few minutes and go into detail about those various accommodations. There's Coach. Coach on Amtrak is nothing like Coach on the airlines at all. No one's stuck in that dreaded middle seat there. There's also tons of legroom that you can see pictured here. The seats, they do recline back at a 45-degree angle. On all the long-distance trains, there's also a leg rest that comes up too. So it is very comfortable if you're traveling during the day, even at night too. We do have some passengers that are traveling on a budget, and they'll do overnights and Coach accommodations. But in my opinion, if you are doing an overnight on the train, to really get the full Amtrak experience, I recommend upgrading to one of the sleeping accommodations. The most popular category that we have is actually the Roomette. It's 2 seats during the day that face each other there. That table pulls out to play some games, have a snack there, nice large window to take in all those great views. And at night, those 2 seats fold down to make the lower bunk, and there's an upper bunk just above their heads that pulls down. Now at the end of the train car, there's a private but shared bathroom and shower, and that's exclusively for people with Roomette accommodations. There's also the bedroom. It's a little bit larger. So in fact, the seat where that gentleman is sitting, that's more of a couch. You can easily fit 2 people side by side there. That's also the one at night that folds down to make the lower bunk. There's an upper bunk that pulls down just above his head there. The biggest difference, though, is the bedroom has its own private bathroom and shower right in that room. So you're not sharing that with anyone else. The great thing about both sleeping accommodations is all the meals are included in the dining car while you're on the train there. Just wanted to show a few images of what it's like at night with those beds made up. Don't worry, you don't have to try to figure that out on your own. There's a train car attendant. All you need to do is just let him know what time you would like to go to bed. He'll take care of all that for you. And in the morning, while you're at breakfast, he'll tidy it up and put it back to the daytime configuration there. Now, too, I just want to point out real quick is the top left, Amtrak is handicap accessible. So if anyone is in a wheelchair, just let us, your travel agent, know. We can book that bedroom for you. And right under that is the bedroom suite. What that is it's actually 2 bedrooms that are next to each other, and there's a dividing wall that we can have opened up. So it's great for a family that's all traveling together, they want to be together there, or even for a group of friends because it makes a really large room there. My favorite place, though, to hang out on the train is the observation car. When you walk in there during the day, it's just instantly brighter with all that sunlight coming in. It's very social there because there's people from all over the U.S. and all over the world, really, that are all traveling on Amtrak. They all have amazing stories to tell about where they're coming from, where they're traveling to. So great time to meet some of your fellow travelers there. Just below that is a snack car, the cafe car. So if you do want to grab a snack, drink, anything like that, you can certainly do so and bring it right up to the observation car. There's also the dining car on board the train. The food, it really is spectacular. It's not like airline food. It's not coming to your seat pre-packaged there. There's a menu. You order right off the menu there. Wide variety of foods to choose from. For breakfast, they'll have omelets, waffles, pancakes, just to name a few. For lunch, anything from salads, burgers, sandwiches. For dinner, they'll have pasta, fish. I've had a delicious steak dinner on board the train there. And again, with those sleepers, all the meals are included in the dining car. If you are traveling in coach, whether it's for an overnight or maybe you're just on the train during the day, but it happens to be over lunch or dinner time, no worries. You can certainly go to the dining car, just purchase your meals right on board there. So again, that was kind of a quick overview of what it's like on one of our Amtrak Vacations trips and what the train experience is like there. But to view all the destinations, we have over 60 destinations through the U.S. and Canada and over 300 packages to choose from. You can view it all at amtrakvacations.com. And if you still aren't finding the package that you love, definitely give us a call, and we can certainly help you out and customize anything. So how do you book one of our packages? Well, you can book online at amtrakvacations.com. You can call one of our vacation specialists at 1-800-AMTRAK2. That's 1-800-268-7252. Or you can call your local travel agent who can also help you with customizing or booking any of these vacation packages. Now, there are a few everyday discounts I just want to mention real quick on the Amtrak Rail portion of your trip. There's one for anyone a part of Veterans Advantage. There's a great discount for seniors. Seniors are anyone 62 or older. There's a AAA discount. Children on Amtrak are ages 2 to 12. They receive 50% off the adult rail fare. There's also a discount for active military and their families. But the discount that I'm really excited to tell you all about today is an exclusive discount just for all of you for taking the time and attending today. And that's to save $100 per couple when you upgrade to a sleeping accommodation on any of our rail vacation packages. All you have to do is book by October 12th, so don't wait. This discount is only good for the next 2 weeks. And give our agent or your travel agent that promo code webinar EXP. This is an exclusive discount just for all of you. You will not find this promoted anywhere else. You will find some discounts on our website. We have a great early booking discount right now for 2017 packages. This discount here is combinable with that too. So that means on select independent rail journeys, you can actually save $300 off per couple. So incredible savings, but don't wait to book because, again, you only have 2 weeks. Now, I know that's a lot of information that I've given you all today. So there is a handout right on the right-hand side of your screen, so you can click on that. It has some of the packages that I featured as well as the information on that promotion. If you do have any questions at all, please feel free to type it into your questions box there, and I will definitely get to some of those there. Now, before I go ahead and do that, I do want to announce our lucky $100 Amtrak Vacations gift certificate winner, and that winner is David Lightfoot. So congratulations, David. You now have $100 to put towards your next Amtrak Vacations trip. Now let's get to some of those great questions you all have. We have a question from Anne. How comfortable is Coach? How much does a room on the train cost? So Coach is very comfortable. Again, it's not like Coach on the airlines at all. You're not squished there in your seat. You really do have tons of leg room to stretch out. It's only 2 and 2 there. The seats, they recline back far at a 45-degree angle. So again, we certainly do have passengers that are traveling on a budget. They will do overnights and Coach accommodations. As far as how much it costs to upgrade to a Roomette, it's really hard to give a number because there's a lot of factors. You definitely want to book in advance because the further in advance you book, the best price you're going to get on that train and on that sleeping accommodation. We already have people booking their trips for next summer, for July, for August, going out to the national parks because they want to get the best price and take advantage of some of the discounts that we have there. But it can start from a Roomette, you know, it really can be anywhere from as little as $100 more to upgrade. If you're booking it last minute, I mean, you could be talking almost $1,000 more. So a wide range there. But again, definitely book early. This way you get the best pricing. We have a question from Anna. How do you change the package so that it can start in your town of residence? So great question, Anna. Just give us a call or call your local travel agent and we can help you out. Depending on what package you're looking at, we can rearrange it or just add the train from your hometown, taking you to the starting city there. We have a question from David. Do you have a Glacier Yellowstone combination tour? Yes, we certainly do. For our Grand National Parks trips, we do have another variation. It does Glacier, Yosemite, and then Yellowstone, round trip out of Chicago. But again, we can do it round trip out of wherever you are located, David. We have a question from Lisa. Can you go from Toronto to Chicago? Yes, you certainly can. If you are living in Chicago and you want to do that cross-Canada trip, no problem. We can certainly put that together for you. We have a question from Paula. How much luggage are you allowed? You're allowed 2 carry-on size bags on Amtrak, and you're also allowed up to 4 checked bags, 2 of which are free on Amtrak. So 2 carry-on, 2 checked bags free of charge, and for a small fee, you can actually check 2 more bags. We have great questions that are coming in. We have a question from Roger. 2 questions. Any accommodations for pets? And you mentioned flying to or from some of the tour starts. Do you take care of that? So great question, Roger. Yes, some of the trains now allow small pets on it. So certainly let us know which one you're interested in, and we can help you out with that and let you know if it's one of the routes that will allow pets on it. If you're looking to fly to or from the starting point, we do not book the flights for you. We don't do the airlines, but we can do the entire land package there for you, the train, hotel accommodations, the sightseeing while you're there. If you do want someone to take care of those flights for you too, I definitely recommend reaching out to your local travel agent who will be able to book everything there for you. We have a question from Lisa. On the Canada trip, can you go from Toronto to Chicago, or can you go, or let's see. Yes, so again, you can certainly add the train from Toronto going over to Chicago there, no problem. Again, on any of our packages, we can take you to or from any of the 500 Amtrak stations. We have a question from Nancy. Does the discount from this webinar only apply to your predetermined packages, or it can be used on any round trip? So Nancy, we have over 300 packages to choose from, so chances are the package you're looking for, even though I may not have featured it today, it may be something that we do offer on our Amtrak Vacations website. So yes, that promo code certainly applies to it. If you are looking to make some changes and customization to it, but you still are upgrading to the sleeping accommodation, no worries. You can still take advantage of that $100 per couple discount there. We have a question from Joanne. On the Pacific Rail Experience 9-day journey, are you permitted to stay extra nights in Los Angeles and then continue on the tour with the next scheduled Pacific Rail Experience tour? We would like to stay in Los Angeles for 2 nights instead of 1. So great question, Joanne. Yes, on any of the packages that we do, you can extend the number of nights that you're staying in a city. So in this one here, no worries. We certainly can make it 2 nights in Los Angeles for you if you do want some more time to explore. And then we'll book the train back to Chicago or your hometown the following day there. So again, the great thing is all of our packages are customizable, so we can certainly play around with that for you. We have a question from Dawn. How do I arrange a customized trip with Amtrak? What is the best way to contact you from New Zealand? So Dawn, we actually do have a lot of travelers coming from New Zealand doing a lot of our cross-country packages. You can certainly give us a call. Also online on our website, amtrakvacations.com, you can request a quote online there if you prefer to do that and handle it via email. Instead of calling in, no worries. You can certainly do that too. Just request a quote and one of our vacation specialists will be in touch with you shortly. We have a question from Patricia. Do you have a package round trip from New Orleans using your national park through Chicago back to New Orleans? So Patricia, yes, we certainly can take care of that for you. We can rearrange the package there, making it round trip out of New Orleans. No problem. We have a question from Ashley. I missed the beginning of the presentation. Is it recorded? So yes, this presentation is being recorded and it will be posted to our blog, which you can view on amtrakvacations.com/blog. It will be posted there tonight. So you can definitely go back and watch the beginning of it that you missed, or anyone that maybe wants to rewatch a certain part of it, there's a certain trip they're interested in, you can certainly do so, or share it with your friends or fellow travelers that may be interested in going with you there. We have a question from Mary Pat. Do you get a discount to/from to take a train to Chicago, say from Orlando or Tampa? So great question, Mary. If you're looking to come from Orlando or Tampa area and take the train up to Chicago, we can certainly apply any of the discounts for you. So we do, if you're a senior, AAA, if there's any children traveling with you, we can apply those Amtrak everyday discounts. If you're looking to upgrade and do one of the sleeping accommodations and maybe do our Chicago Ultimate Experience package that we have there, spending 3 nights in Chicago, I can certainly add that $100 per couple discount onto that package for you too. So absolutely amazing savings that we have going on right now on our packages. We have a question from John. Can you do hop-on, hop-off in a city, staying in the same size accommodations? Is there additional charges for this service there? So John, if you're looking to do one of our cross-country trips and upgrading to the different accommodations there, whether it's the Roomette bedroom, you can certainly do, Roomette's round trip. You can also do a mix of Roomettes and bedrooms too. If you are upgrading to one of the sleeping accommodations on our packages, then yes, there certainly will be an additional charge for that. Keep in mind, when you do upgrade to those sleepers, it really is a great value. You get your own private sleeping cabin, nice comfortable bed to sleep in at night, and all your meals are included on board the train. So it looks like that's all we have time for today, so I want to say thank you so much again, everyone, for taking the time and joining me. If you are ready to book your Amtrak Vacations trip, give us a call at 1-800-268-7252 or call your local travel agent. But don't wait to book, because the earlier you book, the best price you're going to get on the rail, and you can take advantage of some of the amazing savings that we have. So take care and hope you all have a wonderful day.